You worked hard to achieve your goals. You spent a ton of time, money, and energy to get there. And then once you achieved your goals, you were greatly disappointed because it didn't turn out the way that you thought it would. Hi there, I'm Dr. Demetrius, a practicing board-certified psychiatrist. Let me give you a secret about success. We idealize it. We focus only on its positive aspects, and then we're greatly disappointed when it fails to meet expectations. So let me give you 3 tips to avoid this trap. Tip number 1 is stay balanced. As achievers, we tend to focus on goals and ignore everything else. Don't make the mistake of sacrificing your health and loved ones at the altar of achievement. Tip number 2, appreciate the journey. Focusing only on outcomes is the equivalent of going on a hike and being so focused on the destination that you fail to appreciate sights and sounds along the way. And then tip number 3 is don't equate success with happiness. Success comes with its own headaches, such as being under greater scrutiny and carrying more responsibilities. So for more tips on this topic, check out my latest post for Psychology Today. Thank you.
And welcome to Counsel of the Day with Shanrae, and I am Shanrae. Welcome to week 2, part 1 of our series for the month, which is if you know better, can you necessarily automatically do better? All right. So last week we gave a lot of different strategies, but what we left off with was the 2-minute trick. The 2-minute trick that'll get you started, get you going, and we're gonna build on that. But before we get started, let me move this along. I am a degree counselor I acquired my degrees from Ashford University, and I'm gonna open my website disclaimer, and then I'm gonna close it back. I'm not even gonna read it tonight. Okay, I've been reading it for years, so this is for protection's sake. Okay, I am also a Christian counselor. Let me see. Hold on. Let's move this along. That's my bio. I'm not going to read it. I'm a Christian counselor. And so the scripture that I stick with, good evening, hey, Leisha. The scripture that I stick with as a Christian counselor has been Deuteronomy 31:6, the NIV version. It says to be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you, nor will he forsake you. Okay? All righty then. So let's move this along because this little 30 minutes is going to come and go very, very quickly. Let me open up these key points for you guys. Let's open it. So, and then we're going to close it back. So tonight's key points are: number 1, the gap between knowing and doing. Number 2, the role of knowing. Number 3, external barriers preventing action. Number 4, the role of doing. And then, of course, our takeaway and our quote for the evening. So let's go on and let's dive on in to this long-term study for tonight. And as you can see, the little diagrams that I have there, y'all know I love diagrams and visuals. Let me go to Facebook Live so I can, here we go. Make sure that I can talk to the Facebook audience, the Facebook family. Good evening, Instagram family. Hey, who's that? Hi, Cord. How you doing? I'm the Cord. So good evening, my Instagram family, TikTok family, Facebook family, YouTube family. Good evening, everybody. So glad that you all are on. All right, so let's start. We're going to start with the gap between knowing and doing. And this long-term research is by Derek Hagan. Now, Dr. Derek Hagan is a CFP, a CFA, a FBS, a CFT, a CIPM. He is very, very qualified in this. A financial life planner, writer, speaker, stick figures, illustrator, and he simplifies complex topics about meaning, motivation, money, and life. And let me tell you something, guys. I am so grateful that there are therapists out there and counselors out there that will help you understand finances better. You know, and it is a lot of times it is a retraining of your brain when it comes to finances as well. So I do appreciate his type of therapy that Dr. Derek he gives. Okay, so let's move this along. Knowing, and as y'all can see, I'm gonna open this up. Let's look at our little diagram this evening. Knowing, recipes, cooking that, and this is one thing he relates knowing and doing with like a recipe. Like us doing, and I like good food. I'm not saying that I would want to be a cook as a career, but I do enjoy a good recipe that I can follow and then tweak and make it my own. Okay. So knowing thousands of recipes does not automatically feed you unless you start cooking. And I love this. And that's by Leo Babauta. Leo Babauta. Okay. And so I'm going to say that again. Leo Babauta says that knowing thousands of recipes does not feed you. It only feeds you unless you start cooking. Okay. I love that. So have you ever known exactly what you needed to do? And guys, talk back to me. Y'all know this is an open platform. So have you been the type of person that where you know exactly what you need to do, but where you're struggling to actually do that thing? Okay. So Dr. Derek says that when he was in his 20s, he knew that he needed to save money. He gave speeches in college classes about the importance of saving money. He knew all of the strategies, how to save money. He knew how to pay himself first, spending what was left over later. Yet he could not get himself to take that action of actually saving money. That goes back to the question. Have you ever known exactly what to do, what you need to do, but struggled doing that thing? So Dr. Derek said that this was not an information problem. It was a behavior problem. And guys, like I said, I'm here, and this starts with me and spreads abroad. We all have to retrain our brains. So again, Dr. Derek said it was not an information problem. It was a behavior problem. So he knew what to do intellectually. He didn't know it experientially, though. And so the knowledge alone was not enough to create the change that he was looking for. He had to start doing it. So let's look at number 2, which is the role of knowing. Okay. All right. So again, Dr. Derek says having that intellectual knowledge is essential. Hey, T-Smiles. Having the intellectual knowledge is essential for change. He says, but you need to understand the steps, strategies, and the benefits of that change. Knowledge is only one piece of the puzzle, okay? Knowledge is only one, but true change requires combining what we know with what we're actually doing. I'm going to say that again. True change requires combining what we know with what we need to do, okay? So let me move this on because I got some more little stick figures, okay? Knowing, and I got that there. So the role of knowing. Let me open this up just a little bit. You see in the circles where it says knowing and doing? That's us, guys. Them little crossing, them circles that cross in. We know what to do, but are we doing it? Okay? We all have been there. So most of us don't have information problems. People who need to exercise more already know. They know that they should exercise. I know I should exercise. But people who need to quit smoking or save money know why it's important to do this. The issue is not a lack of knowledge. It's the gap between knowing and doing. All right. So, hey, hi, Anthea. How you doing, girl? Anthea? Oh, so she says she likes the Winslow Venn diagram. Girl, go on. Anthea, you know about the diagram. Yes, it is. The Winslow, Venn diagram. That's right, Anthea. So number 3, and let me move on to number 3 so y'all can see this. I have a little bit more let me make sure let me open this up a little bit. Okay, yep, this is where we are. Okay, so I can see. So number 3, sometimes there are external barriers. And this is what Dr. Derek is saying. Sometimes there's external barriers that are preventing us from moving forward and moving towards that action. Other times the obstacle can be internal. But he says, number 1, ambivalence. Ambivalence is wanting to change, but also wanting to stay the same. So listen, this is my take on ambivalence. Where people protect the mess rather than correct the mess. Yeah, okay, and that's all of us. When you're used to doing something, the most people, Anthea says external barrier. Girl, go on. Let me put this up here. Okay, Anthea. Let me put this up here. First, she said the Venn diagram. Go on, girl. Then Anthea said what? She said willpower. That's right. Then Anthea, thank you, Anthea. I miss you so much, girl. I do. And then she says external barriers. That's right. Then she said what? Preach, girl. You're so silly, Anthea. Okay, I'm sorry. Somebody must be coming in the house right now. So my puppy is going crazy. Yep, somebody's walking in. That's why. Okay, so Anthea, you helping me preach tonight. Okay, so but ambivalence. Again, my take on it. Let me tell you what it is. Dr. Derek, his meaning for ambivalence is wanting change, but also wanting to stay the same. All right. My take on it is protecting the mess rather than correcting the mess in our lives. Okay. So it's the same thing, the same exact thing. Number 2, Dr. Derek says he talks about fear of failure, worrying about trying, and not succeeding. Let me say that again. Fear of failure, where people are worrying about trying and not succeeding. Okay. So, and again, that's still another take on protecting your mess rather than correcting your mess. We all have done that, protecting the mess rather than correcting the mess. But in order for us to become that higher potential person we know that we're supposed to be, we have got to correct our mess. Or whatever. Move past the ambivalence, move past the fear of failure. And number 3, what Dr. Derek says is hiding behind the knowledge. Hiding behind the knowledge, consuming endless information as a way to avoid taking action. Do you know, have y'all ever met somebody that's like a lifelong student? Like they just, every time they get a degree, they go right back to school and get another, but they never ever use those degrees and move into career paths. They just spend years and years and years and years and years of going to school. And then next you look up and it's like, you're a senior citizen. You're a senior citizen, and you haven't applied that knowledge, those degrees, to your life. You know what I'm saying? So this is what Dr. Derek is talking about right here. Let me open this up. I want y'all to see this diagram. And Anthony, you're right. Anthony, you're right. You know exactly what this is. So y'all see this where the diagram says, I have knowledge, but I'm not doing anything about it. Knowing and intertwining circles and doing, right? Okay. And again, y'all know I love visuals. So Dr. Derek, he's talking about, and this is not to tell anybody to make you feel bad. No, this is to help you push, to launch, to move closer to your goals. Anthea said, she's so sweet. She said, this is good. She's so sweet. Leisha said, I know a lot of people like that. Girl, I know. Anthea said, well, I start my PhD this month. Anthea, but you also a career. You also have your career path. So that's different. When you're going back and you're getting your degrees, but you have a career and you've had a career. Okay. So Dr. Derek was saying again that some people fall into the trap of perpetual learning. They believe that knowing more will eventually lead to action. But learning without doing is like hiding behind a wall of knowledge, and it feels productive, but keeps you from making real progress. Okay, it's nothing wrong with learning. Hey, good evening, Marcus. It's nothing wrong with learning. Listen, we need to learn. We need to learn. Continue to put ourselves out there to learn. My specialties again is psychology. I got dual degrees, psychology and business organizational management. And so there's always I have to continue to put to put myself in a position of learning, because there's always new diagnosis. There's always new cures. There's always new therapeutic remedies. And so I have to continue to put myself in a position of learning. And even on the business end of it, AI is becoming everything right now. So guess what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to go and take some courses, some specialty courses, to learn how to maneuver through this new AI age, so I can apply that to my administrative support or administrative specialty skills. Okay, so it's nothing wrong with learning, but what becomes a issue is if you're constantly learning, but not, again, like Dr. Derek says, launching and putting yourself out there, hiding behind that. Okay, so again, the three things that Dr. Derek was talking about with these external barriers that prevent us from moving forward into action is, number one, ambivalence, wanting change but also wanting to stay the same, protecting the mess rather than correcting the mess, and fear of failure, worrying about trying and not succeeding. Once again, protecting the mess and not correcting the mess. And number three, hiding behind knowledge. Okay, consuming endless information as a way to avoid taking action. Let me see, Felicia, I'm gonna put this up here and we all gonna read this together. Felicia said, good evening, this is helpful. The teaching last week helped me to get some things done in the midst of grief. All right, Felicia, and we are rooting for you. Felicia, stay encouraged. Keep doing what you're doing. Grief is difficult. Trust me. I can tell you about 3 of us that are online tonight. Alicia, that's my cousin. We experienced family loss this year, very close family loss. She and I both, within a span of 2 weeks. Anthea is to me is a superwoman. That's a superstar in my book, because she's experiencing change within her personal life. I'm not going into it. But Anthea, to me, that's a superhero right there. What she's how she's moving through it, and I know that God is going to give you the strength, and He's going to come and comfort you in the midst of your grief, Felicia. Okay, thank you for logging on. Leisha, this is Leisha sending her prayers up to you. Anthea said, launch out into the deep, making it happen. Amen. And then Alicia said, yes, Lord. I know that's right. I'm telling you. So we're rooting and we're praying for you, Felicia. Okay. So Dr. Derek, we're going to move this along. Number 4, the role of doing. And okay, it's something I missed. I'm sorry. I was supposed to say something else, y'all. And but I didn't get a chance to put the demonstration up. So Dr. Derek has like this really big, hey, Miss baby. Dr. Derek had this big thing that said learning, and it said money behavior inventory. And he put a pause in this because this is real, guys. He said money is the number 1 source of stress in people's lives, above work, above health, and above children. People with money disorders typically have faulty beliefs about money and cannot change their behavior, even though they know that they should. Now, I have a coworker of mine. That's my friend girl. I'm telling you. But she tells me all the time that she has a money addiction. And that she talks about how she can't stop spending money. And so again, I'm gonna go right back to this. I'm so grateful that there are a lot of different specialists, counselors, therapists out there that specialize specifically in money management skills, and addiction, and all of that comes along with gamblers or whatever. Some people are shopaholics. Some people are gamblers. It doesn't matter. But learning how to manage your money and don't put yourself in a hole like that. So this is what one of Dr. Derek's main specialties is helping people in that area. Okay, so now let's go to the role of doing. I'm gonna open this up so y'all can see the demonstration. Okay, and it says, I don't know what I'm doing. And then you see the knowing is overlapping with the doing. Okay, so let me open this up. So none of this is to say that we should leap into action without preparation. Guys, I am huge on preparation. And the reason why is because me growing up in New York City, not upstate New York, not Long Island, New York. I'm talking about slap dab in the city, in the ghetto, Far Rockaway, Edgemere. Queens, okay, from Rockaway, Queens, in Edgemere, and everything is fast, a fast life in New York. So, growing up there was no preparation. You just go with it, go with the flow. You late everywhere. We was late everywhere. We late. Never prepared. When I became an adult, moved my family and I, my husband and I, we moved our family out of New York and moved to the South. It was like so shocking to me, and I opened it. I was tired of being embarrassed, getting everywhere late, being unprepared, and then when you have a little young children, you know that makes, and you don't know what's going to happen with babies. And so when I say, and I'm a Christian, so I have to tell you what happened with me in my life. I prayed. I asked God to show me how to become better, how to become more strategic, and God did. He used little things like the TLC channel, the QVC channel. Hi, Mama Sarah. The QVC channel, and I would watch how people would prepare things. They would food prep, and they would prepare things, and they would organize their homes and their closet. And I started learning and gleaning from that, and I started applying it to my life and my family. To this day, I still tell all my grown folk, and they grow my children in their 30s. My grown folk, to this day, I keep telling them, listen, get right back on that same routine from how I raised you. Make sure you prepare your stuff. I prepare my clothes a week in advance for work, for everything, down to the underwear, jewelry, everything, makeup, everything. I prepare ahead of time. Because if anything, little thing happens, at least I am prepared and stuff. At least my clothes and stuff are out, and I won't be too late, running too behind. I mean, down to everything. But that took the retraining. It was hard. Spending your whole formal years doing things just willy-nilly, and then having to retrain and then do it with a small family. So I did it, and I made sure I demonstrated it to my children. I made sure that they incorporated into their lives. Everybody had a set day for their laundry, but and they were not allowed. They were not allowed to leave anything in no baskets. You do your laundry as they come out of the dryer, fold them, hang them up, put them away. Then that was the thing, the system. And so now I tell my grown folk, go right back to how you were raised. Your life will be so much easier if you will prepare ahead of time. It works and it helps. So this is what Dr. Derek is talking about. He said, none of this is to say that you should leap into action without preparation. Doing something without a foundation of knowledge is like spinning your wheels. There's a balance between acting too soon and never acting at all. Okay, so preparation is the key for a lot of us to become successful. Preparation. So I'm showing some of these who are responding. I tell you, and guys, because y'all know this is an open platform. Y'all go on, prepare. Exactly. Prepare. So that was number 4, the role of doing. And Dr. Derek said, prepare. He said the sweet spot is finding the overlap between knowing and doing, learning enough to start, and then gaining experiential knowledge by taking action. And you know, there's an old saying that says experience is the best teacher. I somewhat agree. You have to, like Dr. Derek says, learn about something. You know, if you can, they used to call it old school book knowledge. But if you can learn up on something, and then apply it, I think it goes hand in hand. Whether what you learn and then you apply it physically, I believe that when you partner those two things together, that's a recipe for success. Okay? All right. So this is what Dr. Derek is talking about. The sweet spot is finding that overlap between knowing and doing, learning enough to start, and then gaining its experiential knowledge by taking action. Progress often comes from doing something good enough rather than waiting to do it perfectly. Now, I'm going to give you another example. Y'all know I wear multiple hats. I'm an artist. I'm a singer, and then along with everything else. So one thing I'm starting to come to terms with, okay? I'm starting to, because it is what it is. a lot of times when you're an artist, some form of artistry, a lot of times you don't want to put your creativity out until you feel it's perfect enough. But that will hinder things, a lot of things in your career or whatever you're doing. So I'm learning how to feel what I'm doing. I just was blessed to put out two singles at the same time. One song, one with two different variations, the same song, but one is geared towards love, a love song, and the other one is geared towards a Christian song. But same song, put them both out, and I had to learn how to sit down, sing it, feel it, and leave it alone. Don't go back and keep changing it and correcting it. And then, I had to learn how to do that. Okay. And I was like, well, it is what it is. I hope they like it. I know I'm hearing all the imperfections, but you know what? I'm learning that everything doesn't have to be perfect, especially vocal-wise with me. And then just do it. Feel it, put it on out there. You know what I'm saying? So Dr. Derek, he is very correct when he says that. Don't wait until something is perfect. Put it out there. Go on and do it. And learn from whatever errors, because a lot of times when we learn from these errors, hey Sheridan, hey Dana, how y'all doing? A lot of times, it's okay. Things get better as we do it. The more and more we do it, the better we get. So again, Dr. Derek was saying there's a difference between knowing something intellectually and knowing it experientially. If there's a change that you've been thinking about making, ask yourself. Here's a good question. And let me move this along because I think I have this on the next thing. No one doing. Okay. He said, ask yourself. This is the first thing he said. What's the first small step that I can take? Now let's go back to last week with the 2-minute rule. Last week we talked about when you want to start something, start it for 2 minutes. Just for 2 minutes. Start it. Do whatever you want to do, start it, but give yourself 2 minutes. Put it on your time clock, 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, let it go. Because that 2 minutes, at least you started it. There's a step there, and then you can build from there. That's that 2-minute rule, y'all. Whatever you're trying to do, give it 2 minutes. Give it 2 minutes of your time out of the day. Just 2 minutes. And that's a start, and you can build from there. Nat Light. Hey, Nat. And build from there. So this is, again, what's the first small step that I can take? We're gonna go right back to last week. Let's incorporate that 2-minute rule. Whatever you're trying to do, incorporate 2 minutes. Do it in 2 minutes, and then don't go over 2 minutes. Then once you've gotten the hang of that 2 minutes, later on, then set the clock for 5 minutes. But last week, what our theorist said was once you do it for 2 minutes and you document it, you have document proof of it. And as you start building, you'll start seeing the progress of what moving towards your goal. Once you get comfortable with that, then set the clock for 5 minutes. Okay. So the question again is, what's the first small step that I can take? The answer is start by doing what you're trying to do for 2 minutes. Give it 2 minutes. Okay, number 2, how can I turn my knowledge into action today? I'm going to go right back to that 2-minute rule, guys. Now, is there anybody that disagrees with that? Given something that you're trying to move towards for 2 minutes. I'm applying the 2-minute rule. When I'm like, I enjoy learning new theories. When I'm researching, I'm like, oh, the 2-minute rule, oh my gosh. Listen, I've been wanting to learn Japanese. I've been wanting to learn. I could do 2 minutes on something and learn a word. That 2 minutes. So the question again is, what's the first small step that I can take? 2 minutes. Take that 2-minute rule. And the second one is, how can I turn my knowledge into action today? Well, let's do the 2-minute rule, guys. Let's try that. And Alicia said, no, Felicia said, that's what I implemented for my task. Like, oh, you did the 2 minutes? Listen, Felicia, how many days did you do the 2 minute? Like, did you do it consecutively each day? Did you do it consecutively, like each day? Or did you just do it the one time? And do you see progress with the 2-minute rule? Oh, this is so encouraging. Go, girl. Felicia incorporated that two-step 2-minute rule. Yes. All right. And you know what? By the end of our 4th week, I'm gonna say something to y'all in Japanese, Felicia, because I'm gonna incorporate the 2-step rule too. I want to learn Japanese, so I'm gonna say something to y'all and try to put a translator on here so y'all can see what I'm saying. All right. Anthea said what? She said yes, just 2 minutes. That's it. Just 2 minutes. So again, so he said combining, Dr. Derek said combining knowing with doing bridges, the gap between, excuse me. Dr. Derek said combining knowing with doing bridges the gap between intentions and results. And Felicia said it. Felicia said that she incorporated the 2-minute rule. Okay, hold on. Anthea said what? Anthea said, hold on. She said, I'm going to do She said she doing the 2 minutes too. I know that's right. Felicia said she did it throughout the weekend because that's the hardest time for me to get. Yes. Oh yeah, because you just want to wind down and chill on the weekend. So you did the 2 minute. Okay. All right, I like that. So guys, somebody please remind me, because things happen. By the end of this month, the 4th week, I have to say something to y'all, and I'm gonna have to find a translator to put it on here. What I'm saying, I'm gonna say something to you all in Japanese, and I'm applying that 2-minute rule. I am applying that 2-minute rule. So, what did he say? Combine it. Okay, let's move this along. Okay, so Dr. Derek was saying that the recipes in our mind won't feed us. And I like how he's using recipes. So the recipes that we're hearing in our mind, or we're seeing in our mind, it's not going to feed you. It's not. He said, but starting to cook, when you start cooking those recipes, he said cooking is going to feed you. So take that first step, because knowing is worthless without doing. Remember, it's a partnership. It's a couple thing. You know it now, but you got to still do it. You're knowing it, but you got to do it. Okay? I'm telling you. So one thing I love that Dr. Derek said, and let me move, I think I have it here. And I'm going to blow this up so y'all can see this for yourselves. What does that say? You see what it says? He says that we only get one life, y'all. Live it intentionally. Live your life with intention. Live it into. I love that. And I'm going to probably keep putting this up here. That, I like, go on, Anthea. She said, let's cook. We going to cook. Yeah. Hey. Okay, Nat like, okay. So let's cook. So, but I love this, what Dr. Derek left us with. I love this. He said, we only get one life. So let's live it intentionally. I love it. I love it. One life. So let's live it intentionally. Okay. So, let's move to our takeaway, but I'm going to show y'all first. I have to do my website. No, let's do the takeaway, and I'm going to open it and then close it back really quick. Our takeaway is going to be the same the whole month. I really like this. Knowing what you want to do doesn't always translate into action. So if you're perpetually postponing, did I put that over there? Oh. If you're perpetually postponing change, or if your attempts are repeatedly unsuccessful, take a pause. Take a pause long enough to identify and understand the cause of the lack of success, or the causes of the lack of success, and before taking some more steps to remediate what's going on. Okay, and so that's our takeaway. Let's move to our quote. And we're going to stick with the same quote. Let's open this up a little bit. All right. The quote says that it is our duty as men and women to proceed as though the limits of our abilities do not exist. Again, it is our duty as men and women to proceed through life as though the limits of our abilities do not exist. And that's by Pierre Desjardins. Okay, love that quote. That's who that is. All right. So be intentional. I know that's right. Anthea, she said be intentional. That's right. We remember, again, I love what Dr. Derek says. We only get one life, guys. So we need to live it intentionally. So let's move this on. I'm going to have to show, this is my website for my fellow counselors and theorists. This is where I got the teachings and findings from. And these are long-term. These are not short. These are longitudinal studies. So that means it's been past 10 years. It is past everything. It is a standing study case and theory right here. All right, let's move on to my service announcements. So if you want a safe space to speak with a licensed professional online, BetterHelp offers affordable counseling sessions for individuals, couples, and their family members. www.betterhelp.com. All right. Um, I'm missing something. I think I did the wrong thing. Guys, let me go back. That was Better Up. Let me do this again. It's me. I'm tired. I had a long day at work, came running in here and trying to take care of stuff before I got on here. Let's try this again. Better Up. Create personal and professional transformation through expert life coaching. So if you're looking for a life coach online, that can help you, www.betterup.com. Y'all know it's close time for my bedtime, y'all. Okay, now let's move this on. Ada Plus Community, empowering adults with ADHD to live their best lives. If you have ADHD, ADD, OCD, they help you live your best lives. A different brain requires a different approach. www.adapluscommunity.com. All right, now we're doing to BetterHelp. All right. So again, if you want a safe space to speak with a licensed professional online, BetterHelp offers affordable counseling sessions for individuals, for couples, and for whole families. www.betterhelp.com. All right, 988 Crisis Helpline, where help is available 24/7, and it's free and it's confidential support for people who are in distress, prevention and crisis resources for you or for loved ones, and best practices for professionals within the United States. It is free 24/7 crisis hotline, 988 Crisis Helpline. All right. Learning RX. Guys, I stand by this organization, Learning RX. They have helped so many people become the versions of themselves that they know that they can. Learning RX has been around for well over 30 years. And it says if you want to become a better learner, a better thinker, you might want to consider this a brain training. Okay. And they have a record of the average graduate of Learning RX. Their IQ has improved over 13 points. That's amazing. During their period of training, these people have made significant gains in their working memory, their long-term memory, and their attention. www.learningrx.com. I love this organization. Okay. Been around for a long time, changing people's lives for a long time. All right. So if there is a past Counsel Today with Shanrae that you missed, or you just want to rewatch, you can go to my YouTube channel at Shanrae Price. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, then select any past series that you would like to watch. All right. And finally, listen, I'm a private counselor, and I do private sessions. If you're interested in professional one-on-one counseling services, feel free to contact me via Facebook Messenger at my Shanrae Owens, or you can contact me via email at my shanrae@gmail.com. All right. I'm a lifestyle strategist. I've been doing private counseling for the last 14 years. So if you're interested, inbox me. I am a lifestyle strategist, and my aim is to aid you in your life's goals and your life's dreams. Okay. So with that being said, guys, I will see y'all Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for part 2 of If We Know Better, Can You Really Do Better? We answered the question last week. Y'all think about it this week. Y'all tell me what you think on Thursday night. If we know better, can we really do better? All right. I'm so grateful that y'all were on tonight. I will see y'all Thursday evening. Have a wonderful night. I'm going to go try to eat a little food, and then I'm going to bed. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining. Bye-bye.